This is another app design video where we will design a bank app in Figma by following the latest UI design trends called dimensionality and layering. So keep following each step along the video and stay tuned for the next few minutes. Dimensionality and layering are the new trends in UI design. Imagine user experience with more depth and engagement thanks to subtle effects like shadows and interactive layers. These elements will create a seamless response to your actions, making the interface feel natural and fluid. Think of it as adding a touch of realism to the digital world. Alright, we are in Figma. The first thing is we will create a frame. Under the font, we will select this one. Then we need to create the boundaries for our content. Column grid, count 1, and margin should be 20 pixels. I want to change the color to blue. Perfect. Then we will change the background color to this dark gray that I have added to the project. Now on the top left, we will make an account holder profile image. We'll create a small circle with a size of 50 pixels. We will write here the name of the person. Let's say hello Christopher, regular, and 20 pixels. Now here is the simple trick of how to place an image in this placeholder. We will search for a plugin called user profile, this one. So we need only male profile images. Click on insert a random photo. That's fine. You can change it multiple times. Now on the top right, we will make a menu or notification icon. So I will open a plugin called feather icon where we will search for a notification icon. This one is fine. We will place it here and it should be white. I think it's outside of the frame. We'll drag it inside. We will align it together and group it by pressing Ctrl G. It will be 30 pixels away from the top. Now we will create a rectangle, which will be kind of a section where we will present our cars in the layer style. We'll also apply some roundness on it and should be pure black. So here we will write the title. Get your new debit card today. We'll make it bold. The size should be 35 pixels. So we will break the line here. Need to increase the line height a bit. Still, I want to make it more bolder. I think black is fine. Now we will decrease the size a bit. Okay, so here below we need a small paragraph. I will just paste it that I have already copied to the clipboard. Regular 20 pixels. And we will decrease the opacity to 70%. So here we will present the debit cards that this bank offers for their customers. I have already designed these cards in Figma. You will find these cards in the attached source file. I will put the link in the description. So just copy and paste it here. Now first we will position these cards. No matter which card will be the first and which will be the second, we're just making randomly like this. And we need to bring these two cards on top of each other by pressing Shift Ctrl right square bracket. Then we will decrease the size about that much. Please follow me in each step. So now we will decrease the size of each card, then the other one 20 pixels. Similarly, the yellow card will be 20 pixels less than red, and similarly the purple card then orange, then blue. Okay, perfect. So now I will distribute it equally and align these cards to the middle. After this, we will apply the drop shadow on every card. I will decrease the Y value to -16 and blur should be 40. So you can see a light drop shadow. Now the last thing to do with this curve is to make the position random, because we are making a slider where we will present each card in a separate frame like this. Now we will drag the cars inside the frame and should be 30 pixels away from the bottom. Then group it by pressing Ctrl G and rename it as slider. Let me turn off the grid so that we can see the design clearly. Okay, now we will create another copy of the frame by dragging and holding the Shift and Alt key. Look carefully. We will move this green car out of the frame, but we'll keep a little bit inside. Then we will move this red car to the exact position of that green card. Then we will select all of these cars and will increase the size where the red car size would exactly equal that green one. Again, it will be 30 pixels away from the bottom. Now we will organize the position of these cars randomly again. On the top, these cars must be level. So for that, we will turn on the ruler by pressing Shift R. I will drag it because we are aligning here. So we will align these cars like this, not above this line. Let me adjust a bit more. Okay, perfect. Now before creating more frames for other cars presentations, let me show you how we can animate or interact with it. So select the slider and go to the prototype tab and connect this slider to this frame. You will see panel like this. Here we will select on drag, smart animate, select gentle and 1000 millisecond. So let me check it in the preview. So when you drag this slide down, you can see it's moving very smoothly. Similarly, we will connect this slider to this back. All the properties will be the same as that one. Check again. Beautiful, it's working. So exactly the same process we will follow for all of these cars, and I think we need to speed up the video here to save your time. Alright, here you can see the final result of the slider. It's moving very smooth and beautiful. So another thing that we are going to do is to make a screen for the debit card details. For example, this. If we click on this, it will open another screen for its details. So we are going to create another frame. But before that, let me increase the width of this section because we are moving it in the next screen. Now create a copy and we will slide this text and rectangle to the left. Let me turn on the grid so we will see the boundary. Now I will move this card out of the frame and these upward. Then we will move these two cards to this position and will be below this purple one. Align it. And I will increase the size a bit. Perfect. Now we will write some details about the card. First, we will write the title, Nova Bank debit card. It's just a dummy bank name, not a real one. If there is any bank with the same name, sorry about that. I will break it here. We'll increase the line height a bit. Then we'll paste the paragraph that I have already copied to the clipboard. Let me adjust it. Okay, here below we will write key benefits of the card. I will make it bold and will change the color of it to this light purple. I will put the colon here. I will write here all the key benefits list, but I will speed up the video here. Alright, so these are the key benefits, and the last thing is to create two buttons here below. So we will select the rectangle tool and we'll draw one with the height of 60 pixels. And the width will be equal to the grids because we are dividing it into two buttons. So divide 390 by 2, then minus 10 pixels from the width. So you can see we have two equal buttons and 20 pixels space in between. Now we will apply 10 pixels of roundness, and the color of this button should be that bluish purple, and this one will be in that dark gray. Now we will write apply now inside this button. Should be bold and align it inside the middle of the button. This button will be for back. Now we'll group the buttons, that text, and all the elements below that debit card by pressing Ctrl G. Let me turn off the grid so that we can see the design clearly. Okay, great. Just one thing that I want to add in the design is to make this rectangle continue for other screens design. I will just add a rectangle like this and will make it union with this one. I will send it backward and black. Here I will apply 20 pixels of roundness. You can see the result, which is looking good. Okay, now finally when the user clicks on the card, then the app will take him to the details screen. So open the prototype tab and connect this card to the details screen. On tap, Smart Animate, Gentle, and 1000 ms. Let's check it in the preview. Good, just need to animate this text and buttons as well. So I will drag this text to this screen and move it out of the frame like this. Now we will check again the whole animation from the start. The slider is smooth and fine. The detail screen animation also fine. Look how the text enter in the frame along with the card. And yes, the back button. When someone clicks on the back button, it will take the user back to the card screen. All the properties will be the same. Let's check it again. You can see how the elements are entering and animating beautifully. Alright, that wraps up today's lessons on designing a bank app using the latest UI design trends, dimensionality and layering. I hope you learned something valuable from this video. Thanks for watching. Stick around.